welcome to today's episode. We've looked at understanding money, we've looked at understanding what money is, and today we're going to be looking at where money hides. If you're looking for money, you need to understand where money hides. When you know where something is hidden, it becomes easy to find it. When you're doing a treasure hunt game and you know where they've hidden the treasure, it becomes easier to find. So the broader the place, the more difficult it is to find that treasure. And I tell you, money is a treasure because it's difficult to find. But when you know where money is hidden, you now know where you need to place your attention to discover that money that will solve your needs. And today we're going to be looking at unveiling the places where money hides. The Holy Bible says, many are called, but few are chosen. I'll give a story. During the days of the telegraph, a job opportunity was announced in the newspaper, and several people went to the venue without a receptionist, but there were instructions in the reception office. So this young man went to the place to apply for the job of the Morse code operator. When he got there, he found 7 people seated already, and there was an instruction to fill the name on a certain book and then sit down and wait for the next instruction. So they all sat down. He went there and met the 7 people. He did the same, and he sat down, and they were all waiting. All of a sudden, the young man stood up and walked to a certain room, and the people seated were wondering, this young man just came in and is already moving around. Obviously, he's going to lose his job. He's not going to get this job. He has been disqualified, so we just have only 7 to contend with for the job. Why would he just be moving around? And they were just wondering and laughing and being excited that they have reduced their competition. All of a sudden, the employer came out to the young man and said, thank you, and said to the 7, thank you for applying for this job. We just got the job filled. This young man is now the person that has gotten the job. And they were like, this is unfair. This young man just came in. We've been here before him. He just came in and he just walked in. And how would you just give him the job when we've been here? And they said, there was an instruction. There was an instruction with the Morse code saying, if you can read and understand this, walk into the office at so place and you will get the job immediately. And the young man was the only person that could read that code. And he came in and he got the job. This is to tell you that you have to be observant to understand that there are places where you can find money. And when you take advantage of that opportunity, you get that money. My second story is this. When I was moving in a place in Ghana, I saw a dog. And the dog was about to cross the road. And the dog turned to the left and turned to the right. And then crossed the road, and it was safe. And then I asked myself, if this dog could observe how humans cross the road and could check its left and right to determine if it's set and safe to cross the road. And I asked myself, would a goat do that? I said, no. That's why you have eventualities where lots of goats just die, by cars knocking them down because they don't think and they're not observant. But the dog was able to observe the environment and do the right thing to cross the road. How observant are you to discover the places that money is hidden? Now, what you discover would either give you freedom or bondage. Many people have discovered things they are not supposed to know, and it brought them bondage. And then there are others that have found things that gave them freedom. So what you discover determines the level of freedom that you enjoy on this earth. So the question now is, where does money hide? I have a question for you. What if I tell you that there is gold in your land? What would you do? Would you sit back and laugh? Would you sit back and play? Or would you dig the ground till you get to the position where you can find the gold? What would you do? Let me see that in the comment box below. Number 1, money hides in people. I know this sounds very shocking to you, Money hides in people. Everybody you see around you has money to give to you, but there are things you must do to attract that money that they have to offer. Money hides in people for you if you create a solution to their problem. Money will always flow from people to you if you solve their problems. The sick man would always need the doctor. A man having lots of battles in the court would always need a lawyer. The student would always need a teacher. Every problem requires a solution. The school needs the student to continue growing. Money flows in the direction of value. Everybody moving around you has money to offer, but it will only come to you if you create value for them. And that will be the exchange for the money that you need. The bigger problems you solve, the bigger money you attract. Number two, where does money hide? Money hides in problems. The more problems you solve, the higher your finances. When you see problems, then know that you are seeing money. Don't look at problems as a reason to be scared. Don't look at problems as a reason to be startled. Look at money. Look at problems as money in disguise. Money hides in problems. Seeing a need and solving that need is what draws value and attracts money to you. In my book, Love That Challenge, I said, challenges are stepping stones to greatness. Dr. Emmanuel Olumide said, another man's problem is another man's opportunity. So the question is, what problem are you finding and what solution are you creating for the problem that you find? The restaurant makes money from your hunger problem. The landlord makes money from your shelter problem. The clothes trader makes money from your nakedness problem. What problem are you willing to solve? The dentist makes money from your toothache problem. Your mobility problem is a money spinner for the transport company. Are you solving problems today? Many keep complaining about their problems. Stop the complaint and find the solution. Solution means money. Solution means money. Please take note of this. There are billions to be made, my friend, if you can solve problems. Make a list of the problems around you and create a solution for them, and money will begin to flow in your direction. I've been doing a research on several problems. Now, in Nigeria, there are several problems that can become a money spinner for you. I guess it should be like an added bonus to get you thinking. Now, in Nigeria, some of the problems I've discovered are the power problem. To date, we still have issues with power, irregular power supply. So what if you create a solution to the power problem? Abroad, they have several power companies that solves their power problem. They don't depend on just one source of power. So what if you have a partnership with a company abroad and you are able to create a power solution? I'm sure companies will be running to you to get that regular power supply that they need. We have all the natural resources in Nigeria to provide regular power. Dr. David Oyedepo has been able to create a solution to the power problem in Canaan land, and they've never had a light out since the 90s till date. That means if we can create that solution on a national level, then we can create a solution that will draw billions of dollars to whoever finds this problem. Number two problem I've discovered in Nigeria: loan companies with high interest rates. To date, it's still difficult to access loans from the banks and from different companies. And then when you go to the microfinance banks that are willing to give you loans without collateral, their interest rate is absurd and too high. Some of them charge as high as 30% monthly. The question is, what kind of business can you invest that money to get 30% to pay back? That means you are just borrowing the money to solve your immediate problem and dashing them a whooping 30% every month. That means if you discuss with a company or you create a solution on how you can provide loans at a cheaper rate, you'll get more clients and you make more profit. And then that becomes a money spinner for you. Number three, we have a telecommunications problem. Today, making calls, we still have complaints. You can't make a successful normal call. You keep complaining, the person can't hear you, and then even when you move to the internet providers as well, you still keep having issues. You keep tolerating them. Why? There are no healthy competitions. For a nation to move forward, it requires healthy competition. Imagine you are able to get partnership with other telecommunication companies abroad and get them safety here in Nigeria as their representative. Then that will become a money spinner to you. Number four, the agriculture problem. It's very shocking that till date, the rate at which people import chicken to Nigeria is massive, is on the increase. Whenever the borders are closed, is very difficult to find turkey. So imagine if you are able to put resources together, set up partnerships, and create larger farmlands to create more agricultural produce, then that means you will be making so much more money because you'll be reducing the import of those items and there will be enough supply for our home and then there will be enough to export outside the country. So the agricultural sector still has more room for growth. And what you do with it is going to get you so much money and it becomes a money spinner. We're talking about finding problems, creating solutions for the problem, and generating money for yourself. And finally, one of the problems that I've discovered is a human resource problem. We have several people employing all manner of workers who tend to reduce the rate at which people patronizes their business. Now, what if you solve these problems? What if you create a solution for the problems I just listed right now? That means so much money will be coming to you. Maybe you are abroad and you're watching this and you're like, how do I make more money? I mean, Africa has so much potential. Africa is still a virgin land to create so much wealth, more than you can even create in your various countries. And these are some of the problems that Africa is facing. And if there is a solution for this problem, then it becomes a money spinner for you. Lots of companies are coming into the country, coming into Africa, and they are making so much money in the billions because there is so much room for growth. I wish you well as you list the problems you find in your nation and create a solution for them. Then money will continue to increase on your end. Thank you for watching this video. If you learned something from this video, please click on the subscription box below, subscribe to this channel, and then click on the notification bell so that whenever we post a new video, you'll be notified and you will continue to learn and improve yourself. You have a gift and we're willing to help you nurture your gift and train you to become a better person in your world at large. If you have any question, please post a comment below. And if this video, you learned something from this video, also post a comment telling us how this video has helped your life. And then do well to share this video.